All right, we are melting the sponges that we got from this last week, over this last couple of days, where we were running 3,000 milliliters of gold chloride. We got about little over 10 grams of product, so we're going to melt that down and see how big of a button that we get out of this. So we're at 14, we're climbing up, we're getting near at 2,000 degrees, 2,100. We'll take it out and we'll pour it into a cone, and we'll show that to you. As you can see, the temperature is climbing. It's at 1833, and we're going to take it up to about 2,100 degrees. So everything inside the cup is starting to melt. So we'll show you more of that in just a couple minutes. Bye. Okay, this is we're at 1903, and the liquid is pretty well, we've checked it, it is pretty well melted on the inside. So we're getting ready to change it over to the cones here, the cone molds here, in a couple of minutes, and see how this is going to go. So we're going to be changing camera angles here in just a second. Okay, bye. Okay, we're going to be taking this out of the heat and bringing it over here, where you can watch it be poured into the mold. So give us a few seconds and we'll get that over there. So, all right, here we go, guys. Okay. Alright, well, looks like it hasn't all melted, so we will see. That's what the cone looks like right there as it's settling down. So that's where we're going to be for right now. So okay, the gold wouldn't drop because we're using a lot of stuff that has sodium in it, so we had to turn around and use a flux that had some lead in it. So we're in the process of making this now. We're going to be compelling it out a little bit later. So it's going to be a lengthy process, but you will see a gold bead when it's all done, said and done. All right? All right, thanks. Bye. Well, what it is, you have about 10 grams of sponge, and the BB is small. So it was going on the outside. It was, when we poured the cone, it was on the outside of the cone and not at the bottom. So we have to use something with lead in it. So we have a standard flux that we use that's got lead that we will compel. All right, thank you, bye. Okay, that's the lead button that we got out. Now we're going to take and smash that button into a cube, and but we're going to weigh it first so you can see what it is. All right, that lead button weighs 38.43 grams. Now we're going to raise it up a little bit and show you the button. There it is, 38.43 grams. Now we're going to smash it up. Okay, that is the lead button smashed up and we're going to be putting it into the kiln here before too much longer and see what we can get this copel down to. All right, we're going to be putting it into hang on a second. Into this furnace right there. That's where we're going to be copeling it to get us a BB so we can see what it is, how much gold is actually there. And since this seems to be the only way to actually do it so that it will go into a BB or a button of some sort, because 10 grams isn't an awful lot, and so you have to go to an alternative sometimes to get it to work out. All right, bye. Well, the lead button is starting to melt, and so it's going to be a process because we're only a little over almost 1,000 degrees and we still got a long ways to go. So, but anyway, we'll be checking up on this as we go along. Okay, bye. As you can see, it is starting to melt. We're at about 1,200 degrees. So we're going to close this right now so we can finish letting it go, and we'll check on it off and on, and we'll show you the blick when we have to pull it out. All right, thanks, bye. All right, we're going to open this up so you can see the lead in there. As you can see, it is starting to melt really good, and it's getting really hot. It's about almost 1,600 degrees. So that's where that sits at the moment. We're going to close it back up, let it finish, and we'll show you what happens when it comes out. Okay, we're getting ready to open the door again so you can see. You can see it is definitely turning into a liquid, so you got a little bit more to go before it actually gets down to really, it's a real liquid. And as the copel cup, ashbone cup, absorbs the lead, so it's not to that point yet, but it's getting there. All right, and we're going to open it because it is now starting to pool. As you can see, it's starting to be kind of shiny, and the lead is starting to go into the bone ash cup there, and so we've still got a little ways to go to actually get down to the button. So anyway, you'll be actually seeing that as soon as we see it. Okay, bye. All right, the furnace is at 2,000 degrees, and we're going to open the door and see what's happening. Okay, well, it's definitely absorbing the lead. Still a pretty good size button there, pool. So we got to wait for it to get a little smaller. All right, that's where we are at the moment. So all right, I don't know if you can see in there or not, but it's getting ready to get to a very small button. So the lead is just about evaporated off, and whatever left has been absorbed into the copel, so into the bone ash cup there. So we'll be pulling it out in a few minutes. So anyway, that's it for now. As you can see, this is getting ready to be made into a small BB, and so as soon as we can see that, then we will show you the actual BB of it, and it's about ready to happen most any time. We'll just keep it on there for a minute so you can see it, and we'll watch it cool down. getting smaller. So we'll be finding out here soon as to what color it is. So, but we had to use lead to get this, so that it would force it down to the bottom, so we could figure out how many ounces per ton of gold that we pulled out of this 10 grams. And it's still cooling down, and it'll go blip here in a minute and just cool right down. And then when it cools down, we'll actually measure it and see what it is. Wow. Okay, now we have to wait for it to cool. So that's what we've gotten, is that. So it's still cooling, and you should be able to see it. And we'll see if we can get pretty close to it. There it is. Well, that's the button that was made out of that. So that's it, guys. Thanks. Bye. All right, guys. It's measuring 0.01 to 0.04, and looking at it underneath our little deal that we have here, this thing here, which gives us a measurement of what we're doing. It is between 0.01 and 0.04, and it is gold. So it may not look like it here because of the way the light refraction is, but it is gold. All right, thanks.